What is up, guys? Peter122 here, back for another YouTube video, and today we are going to be reacting and analyzing the Sigma origin story. I know I'm a little bit late, but I just kind of got my recording, my set up again. So my birthday recently passed, and I have everything I need to pump out some more videos. So this is going to be the beginning of my actually posting era, if you will. So yeah, Sigma, I already watched the origin story. He is insane, and this is by far the best origin story. Voice acting is on point. The story is like so amazing. I think we should just get stuck right into this, and then we'll talk about what we see as we go. So let's just get stuck right into this.
Gravity. Gravity is a harness. My entire career has been devoted to this idea, to this moment. Decades. If the unifying theories are correct, we will soon be able to harness the power of a black hole. Nothing will ever be the same. Why? This is wrong. The field is failing.
Alright, so what we see here is that, at the beginning it shows him as he seems to be an innocent scientist who's just trying to help the world progress in knowledge, help humanity be more knowledgeable about the universe they live in. And everything seems to be going well. He says that all the unifying theories are showing that we'll be able to control black holes soon and draw energy from them, essentially. So he's very excited for that breakthrough, and he says he's been waiting decades. So he seems, in this clip they show us, to be experimenting, but it goes wrong. And I would think that this is where his his multiple personalities, begin to actually show up.
What happened? Where am I? Why am I being imprisoned? Release me! What is that melody? Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together.
So in this part of the origin story, we see that Sigma is being imprisoned, and he's currently being wheeled on a hospital bed. And we can see all these attachments on him, all these pieces of tech that are hook up to him, which I don't know what they would be doing. But what I do know is that this is most likely when Talon captures him, and actually those devices might be brainwashing him, I'm not sure. But I'm assuming what Talon did to Widowmaker, they're now doing to Sigma, so they're going to be brainwashing him onto their side, and using him for his scientific expertise, which would be very useful to Talon. So I believe that's what's happening in this scene. And then they also show an image of him in his armor, essentially, his Talon gear, that big giant buff suit he has on. So yeah, let's get right back into this.
Density, mass, momentum. It's too much to hold on to. I will bring you a new understanding of the universe. Violence. The universe is singing to me!
Alright, so I think there was a lot to take in that short 20 seconds. So, okay, he begins talking about density, mass, and momentum when he has the black hole in between his two hands. It's in his palms. And he says that it's too much to hold on to. So this kind of reassures me that he became the way he is through all this experimenting, that all the density and mass and momentum is too much for him to hold on to, and it's essentially corrupting him and making him into this multiple personality freak show. So that's why I think he has these split personalities. There's constantly fighting with himself, there's multiple of him in his head. And then he also says that he'll bring the world a new understanding of the universe. So I think what he means is through his studies, he's going to show the world, how much of a powerful maybe weapon he could create, or what the black hole can do. But then right after he says that, it cuts to him and his body armor, and he says violence. So essentially, I feel like that's the Talon brainwashing getting to him, because he says he will bring the new world, he will bring you a new understanding of the universe, excuse me. So I feel like he's trying to help, but then the brainwashing is also entering his mind, and he's going to bring the world violence, essentially. Since Talon has very destructive and evil ways of getting their job done, for example, Widowmaker assassinating Mandata, I believe his name is. He was a Omnic peacemaker who, obviously, if you know the lore, Widow assassinated him at King's Row. So yeah, Talon has a very brute force of getting what they want. So they'll essentially stop at nothing. So I really believe that he's being brainwashed by Talon, and that he actually had no evil intention, and that he really just wanted to help humanity out by gaining more knowledge about space, more specifically black holes. Also, in case you didn't notice, I'm not sure if this is like a little Easter egg or anything, but in this part of the video you can actually hear Reaper's shotguns going off and Widowmaker's sniper rifle in the fully automatic mode. You can actually hear them in the background firing. I play the game so much I recognize that sound. And I think it's like, guess it's just trying to be like a little Easter egg that Blizzard put in there. Or maybe that's just even earlier teasing in the trailer or origin story that he is indeed a part of Talon, and that is who imprisoned him. And lastly, he also says that the universe is singing to him. So I definitely think his research is making him go crazy. And he thinks he is connected to the universe in some big way. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but that's just how I interpret it. Anyway, let's finish the rest of this origin story up.
What is that melody? Freedom. Imprisonment. It's all an illusion. Gravity is a harness. I have harnessed the harness.
So we continued the video with him shouting, "What is that melody?" And I believe the melody is the piano at the beginning of the origin story. I'm 99% sure that's what they're implying. I think that's pretty straightforward. And then he says, "Freedom, imprisonment, it's all an illusion." What I believe he means is that we choose what freedom and imprisonment is to us. It's like a variable. Like freedom, some people think freedom is different because, it's like if your parents are strict and they won't let you go to some party, it's like, okay, you don't have a lot of freedom. That's what you would think to yourself, right? But your friends' parents let them go to parties, so you would say that they have more freedom than you, right? So that's kind of what I interpret this as. And then finally he says, "Gravity is a harness." And then he says, "I have harnessed the harness," which I assume he's implying that he has harnessed gravity. He has trained to use it as a weapon, and he has harnessed all the power of gravity he possibly can, and he has made it his own power. And that is essentially what he's saying. That's what I think. And I just think this origin story is so amazing. Like, oh my god, it is crazy. So that is the end of it. there is a short clip of him in game, which I'll show at the very end of the video. But yeah, this is by far the best origin story, and this guy is, I'm pretty sure he's been confirmed to be a tank, right? So I'm definitely going to be picking him up and trying to learn him, because I am very hyped for him. A character like this is so interesting to me, because he has these split personalities that just intrigue me so much, and I honestly cannot wait for when he's on the PTR so we can see some amazing gameplay and voice line interactions. I think it's going to be great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my breakdown of Sigma's origin story. And before we go, can I just say that this art right here is amazing? Him and then all of Talon in the background. That's such a good art. Oh my god. This origin story has me so pumped. Like, all the other origin stories were cool, but this one is so deep and has such meaningful context. And it's diving into this character who seems like so twisted and interesting inside. So I'm personally very excited. I hope you all are too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown. I understand it's not the best, but I'm here to give my thoughts. I do love Overwatch. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.